Anyway, what up, dudes? Groupon CP here. Back with some more Tsukihime Remake. What day are we on? We're on day 13. Okay. Yeah, dude. Oh, that reminds me. I have to get this thing out. Day 13. Let's go and press the X. Yeah. Come on, please. Dude, what's wrong with my mouse? Mirage. Whoa, holy shit. Wow, that's intense. They start off like that. Okay. The hours flow thick, hot, and slow like a molten metal. I can't bring myself to look at my bloodied right hand. My broken fingers reset. The blood flow stops and the wound closes. The regeneration is so unnatural. It's hard to believe my own body's responsible for it. Ah, ah, ah. The beast-style panting fills the room from wall to wall. Still haven't slept a wink when the sun rises. My head is throbbing. I must have dropped my glasses at some point during the night. Now I can't find them. Strange that I lost something so important. But that's always the way with important things. The room is covered in clusters of lines so thick it makes me want to vomit. Ah, ah, ah. Overwhelmed with nausea, I decide to cut them all and be done with them. It makes me feel a little better. Every time something falls apart, the pain eases slightly. The more I cut, the fiercer my craving when it returns. Ah, ah, ah. I now know what it is that I crave. Everything. I want everything. Everything I see fills me with rage. It's all so unsightly. What meaning is there in living and propagating when your end is assured? When you are bound with such obvious constraints? Ill-conceived, pathetic. Everything I see disgusts me. So, I close my eyes. But all that awaits me in the darkness are memories of how it felt to kill. The feeling of a hard, spotless blade. Becoming one with soft, pulsating flesh. The mental trauma, enough to cripple a higher mammal's wits. The repulsive sensation so sickening I want to bite off my tongue. The despair at having fallen as far as I can fall. Once this feeling has been known, it cannot be unknown. And to damn me further, my first partner was exquisite beyond compare. The excitement I felt as I carved Arc into 17 pieces is permanently seared into my mind. Digging my knife into a flawless body. Cutting through the inhuman blaze of her life. Far greater than her vessel of flesh could contain. The moment of perfect ecstasy was in my ruin. It wasn't her body that was broken then, but my brain. Ha! 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 I want to destroy something in its prime. I want to kill something brimming with life. Part of me knows it's wrong, but no taboo can restrain this urge. My arousal is burning me from the inside out. シキ様、起きていらっしゃるのですか? A woman's voice comes from the other side of the door. The sound of it fills me with terror. シキ様、着替えをお持ちしました。お目覚めでしたら鍵をお開けください。Don't do it, he's away. Open the door. Open the door and let beep inside. I can't let that happen. There's no telling what I might do. By hiding myself away and curling into a ball, I barely managed to contain my urges. If I were to let something in. Something so easy to... Then... I yell with all the strength I can muster. シキ様、体調が優れないのですか? 構うなって言ってるだろう。いいから。Oh shit. 一人にさせてくれ。As she opens the door, If she comes in, I know I do something that can't be undone. After a short pause, I hear footsteps recede. They fade quietly away down the hallway. Ha, ha, ha. I'm safe again. For now, I can't beep anyone. If there's no one around for me to beep, that thought brings me some comfort. I need a distraction. Maybe I should try reading that book. It's not here. From biographies written in a variety of languages to ships, logbooks detailing the voyages of past travelers, the sunroom has no shortage of books. More than enough to pass the time, even if they aren't exactly stimulating. But no matter how hard I look, I can't find the one I was reading. Where could it gone? In mounting panic, I tried to picture the cover of the book, but my memories come back empty. Wait, now that I think about it, what was it doing in my room in the first place? It had no title, no author, no publisher to speak of. It was just a long, bizarre story about a long, bizarre life. I searched the bookshelf. Since it's not on the table, maybe I put it back. No, it's not there. But shouldn't there be a gap on the shelf where the missing book would go? Then why do the spines form one perfect unbroken row? I'm drawing nothing but blanks. I can't remember where my book fit in the shelf. I can't remember pulling it down or opening it. Come to think of it, was it ever really there at all? If you ever turn into one, get out. Oh. A grating female voice whispers in my ear. The book I found, the story it held. I read it to pass the time when I couldn't sleep. But what if, all along, I really was asleep and simply dreaming that I was awake? Beep, beep, yourself, cry and scream like a miserable wretch. Blubber pitifully that you don't want to beep as you slit your own throat. So, it was all just a dream? But I don't dream. Even if I did, where would my subconscious get that kind of material? I never seen any of those things before. So, they can't have been my dreams. You just haven't realized it yet. Ha! 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 But then, what were they? How could I be dreaming someone else's dream? The real Shiki died years ago, and all that's left is a murdering psychopath. No, no, no! My memories are just muddled, that's all. I gave in to my urges once, but Arc was special, different. Otherwise, I could have kept them under control. I'm not crazy, I'm not. Ciel is finally back in my life. I can't afford to go insane now. But that's how it always goes. All Aurora hosts think they're normal until they... Ha! 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 My breath comes to a rag gasp. The touch of the sunlight fills me with fury. My throat's so dry, I might go mad.
Shiki-sama, 何をしていらっしゃるんですか? Shiki-sama.
Who's that? Is that Hisue? A woman's voice comes from the other side of the door. I don't know how to answer. The right words won't come. All I can think about... all I can see is myself growling and screaming as I surrender to my impulses. And something's wrong with my head, so I smash it against the wall again and again until it feels like it's going to split open. But the thought of cutting to pieces just won't go away. Ah, now I see. This impulse trying to bend my mind to madness. This helplessness as my identity and memories are slowly twisted to a new purpose. This fear as I watch myself turn into something else. This is him. This is Roa. Someone knocks at the door. I can't open it. If I do, there's no going back. Those dreams must have been the previous royal memories. The final days of some unknown soul who tried to hide themselves away only to succumb, murder their own parents, and transform their hometown into a necropolis. There's nothing I can do. Not even suicide would be a solution. I truly have no way out. Those dreams have taught me that. I've seen what my predecessors saw, felt what they felt. So I know that even if I were to kill myself, only I would die. Roy would live on, with full control over my body. And that would only make the coming nightmare worse.
シキ様、開けてください。シキ様。
A knock knock, and one voice comes from the other side of the door. It's a familiar voice, but the word it speaks sounds like a foreign language. She sounds so far away. Only a single flimsy wall stands between us. But I might as well be on the moon, hearing her shout to me from the earth. The hour hand creaks past 10. Finally, she gives up and leaves. Multiple women take turns knocking at the door, but I ignore them all. 12 p.m. I'm starving, but I can tough it out. I lean against the wall and wrap my arms around my trembling body. 2 p.m. I'm so thirsty I could die. Time has started to flow strangely. Sometimes 10 minutes pass by a second. Sometimes seconds drag on for 10 minutes. Stimulants pump into my bloodstream. Impulses fire off in all directions. My body brims with energy while my mind atrophies. 4 p.m. More knocking. A voice calls through the door. I can't tell who it belongs to. I can't even recognize the name they're repeating. 5 p.m. Steadily, darkness creeps in. 6 p.m. 7 p.m. 8 p.m. Someone's here.
シキさん、夕ご飯を持ってきました。朝から何も食べていないのでは参ってしまいますよ。
She knocks on the door.
もう、こうなったらお食事だけでも食べてもらえますからね。
There's a new sound, a rattling. Not a hand knocking on wood, but a key turning in a lock.
最後の切り札、マスターキーの出番ですよ。
So I remember in the original, he RAPE Kohaku, right? In the Ciel Route. I think it's the Ciel Route. He's not gonna do it in this one. This is rated E for everyone. It's rated E for everyone, but you never know. Oh my god. I just wanted to see. The door creaks open. It's all over. Yelling at her now won't stop her from coming in. Even so. Eat dinner. I couldn't bear it where it would lead. The temptation would be irresistible. My parched throat and tattered self-restraint would crave relief. And the last of my dignity would vanish from existence, crushed beneath the weight of my desire. Whoa. My breathing grows harder. I have to restrain myself, somehow.
シキさん、中に入りますからね。ってどうなされたんですか、これ。
Smile doesn't fade, but her eyes widen as she takes in the scored walls and dismembered furniture. There's no shadow of fear in her sweet features. No trace of weariness in her all too vulnerable figure. Her porcelain skin, which may well have been sculpted for the sole purpose of driving men mad, glows with raw vitality.
シキさん、これはあんまりです。 気が立ってしまう時は誰にだってあると存じていますが、これはちょっとやりすぎだと思いますよ。
There's no hesitation in her voice, no forced calm. Even after seeing the ruin I made of my room, she approaches me with her usual tenderness. I can't hold it back, but I have to. I can't bear it, but I have to. I feel her trust, her compassion. But she sees good in me. Then I got to shut myself away, even if that means cutting my own throat.
四季さん、おかしいですよ。何があったらこんな風になっちゃうんですか？
But she won't let me. Smiling, approaches my fetal figure on the bed. Bad luck. Someone inside me sneers. This woman is no stranger to caring for the sick. She approaches me cautiously, but gently, never dropping her kind smile for a second. I must not be the first beast she had to treat. Hurry. No. Hurry. I don't want this. Hurry. Stop. Hurry. Shut up. Hurry. I'm... Strained the last of my reason to its breaking point. I squeezed those words from my throat. It's a monumental effort.
ごめんなさい。よく聞こえませんでした。申し訳ありませんが、もう一度言っていただけます？
You think she's testing him? But it only makes things worse. Reassured that I'm no danger, suspecting nothing, brings her face closer, ever closer, to my trembling body and ravenous jaws. One pale finger touched my shoulders, filled with pulsing blood, radiating gentle warmth, and spark bursts in the back of my head. What happened? I slam on the brakes, but the wires have been cut. My body is no longer my own. I can't fight. Thirst for blood. I pour all my strength into my legs, trying to keep them from closing the distance. But it only archives the opposite effect. I pour all my strength into my arms, trying to keep them from pinning her down. But I only succeed in tightening the grip. I fight to protect her with all I have. But none of me is working as it should. As a last resort, I bite off my tongue. If I can't breathe, my body should stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. But my right hand, the hand I raised to tear her open, plunges into my mouth, keeping my tongue from blocking my windpipe. With my left hand, I fight hardest of all, until tears wells in my eyes, until blood streams from my nose. But it won't let me move so much a finger, and it coils around its prey like a snake. Oh! Whoa! Oh, fuck! As it squeezes tight around her pale throat. Did he stab his hand? That didn't happen in the visual novel. The original one, I should say. Dang, he stopped himself. Did he? And then I come to. Did he? What happened to Kohaku? My gasping laughter brings me to my senses. The glasses I thought had disappeared are by my feet. Something lost, not found. I don't understand how, I don't want to try, but now I can bring reality back into focus. And once I do, I see Kohaku. Naked? Lying in front of me. She isn't moving. Maybe she's unconscious. Maybe she's dead. At this point, I can't even tell. All I'm certain of is the immutable reality of my deeds. My hands dangle, useless by my side, the left dripping scarlet, the right equally bloody from his attempt to stop the left. I feel a throbbing in my mouth as my tongue regrows. Damn, dude, he cut off his tongue. It didn't work. Me and her, blood and pain. That's all there is. I lost my mind. I'm so far gone, there's no way back. With all my force of will, I couldn't stop a single finger. My brain shrivels up. My stomach threatens to spell everything. My guilt lapses into rising thirst. I long to grasp her pale throat, her inviting flesh, and sink my teeth in deep. I must be broken. Broken beyond repair. This is as far as I go. I don't think I can stay sane anymore. Out. I have to get out. If I stay here, I'm going to kill Kohaku. If I stay in the mansion, I'll do the same to Akia and Hisue. I have to get away before the urges come back. I had to lock myself away. I had to find somewhere to lock myself away, or I'll go mad again. Damn, what happened to Kohaku? So in the original, he violated her. I think he violated her in the remake too. What is unconscious? That could be unconscious. Put the glasses back on. Until tears. I don't know what he did to Kohaku. I flee the house like a starving beast. Perhaps I feel it on my skin, or perhaps my hearing has grown more acute. The ringing in my ears pierces through my brain. I don't see anyone nearby, but I sense human beings all around me, riddling the crazed cityscape. As long as I'm close to this teeming hive of insects, dense concentration of people, it's only a matter of time until I lose control again. I have to go somewhere I can be alone, where I can't cause any unintended harm. While I still can, while I'm still me, I have to hide away where I can't hurt anyone. I make it to the park, an oasis of quiet at the heart of the business district. While I see a share of visitors during daylight hours, now that night has fallen, it's as silent as the grave. But even this dead zone is saturated with signs of human life. Breathing, coughing, over loud chatter. It presses in on me from all sides like cotton wool. I can't believe my own senses. I'm over 200 meters south of the station, but the clamor of the shopping district might as well be next door. The distant pinpricks of light are marked. The residential district are so glaring I have to squint. I clap my head to my forehead to try to ride out the headache. Looking for an escape in such a densely packed city was futile from the start. In the beating heart of human civilization, there's no such thing as solitude. So why fight it? Look around. It was just a short stroll away from all its prey you could ever want. Go on. The human organism has plenty of cells to spare. Besides, isn't everyone secretly hoping for somebody to code the excess? You'll be doing them a favor. Think of it like picking up litter. Water. My head won't stop pounding. I wish whatever in there would give it a rest. This headache already has me close to fainting. All I want to do is squeeze my eyes shut and block it all out. But I can't. I'm exhausted both mentally and physically, and I haven't slept a wink. If I close my eyes now, I'll pass out. And if I pass out, I'll never wake up. My eyes might open, but it won't be me behind them. That scares me, horrifies me, but there's a way out. Before that happens, I have to take my knife and plunge it into my throat. To my shame, all I manage is to nick the skin. I can't do it. Apparently, I value my life too much to sacrifice it for what if. As though once long ago, I swore to make the most of every last borrowed second of it. If I can't kill myself, then I need a guardian. Someone to watch over me, making sure I stay awake, making sure I stay sane. I don't want her to see me like this, but it's the only way. And besides, didn't she say to call her if anything happened? Cling to that final lifeline, I take out my phone. I know I'm a lost cause. Not even Ciel can fix the inside of my head. All I'm doing is saddling her with an unfair burden. But I want to see her. I want to hear her voice. As long as she's there for me, I think I can stay Shikitono. I find Ciel number and hit call. It rings 3 times, then a cheerful voice crackles through the speaker.
はーい、もしもし、シエルです。遠野くんから電話なんて珍しいですね。あ、いえ、珍しいというより、これが初めてでした。
How odd. Just the sound of her voice fills me with warmth.
もしもし、ケスキリア？もしかして、ただの操作ミスでしょうか。おーい、聞こえてますか？
She sounds like she doesn't have the care in the world. I only been to her apartment once, but I can see her clearly in my mind's eye, lounging around with her feet up. The words won't come. I can't think of anything to say. This was a stupid idea. I never should have died. I better cut my losses and hang up. But the warmth in her voice is too compelling. I can't help but croak out a reply.
よかった。つながっていますね。どうしたんです？こんな夜更けに。
Dang, this song hits. For a moment, I considered backing out. I opened my mouth to give her some excuse. Promise to see you tomorrow and hang up. But I can't do it.
先輩、俺ダメみたいだ。
My words came out in a hoarse whisper.
遠野くん？
See, her voice takes on a hard edge.
遠野くん、それどういう意味ですか？ダメって。何がダメなんです？
だからダメなんだ。自分なりに何とかしてみようと努力はした。けど無駄だった。俺はノエル先生の言っていた通り、ただの殺人鬼みたいだ。
A common killer of the lowest sort. Even now, I catch myself imagining return to the mansion slitting. It's probably Akia and Hisue throats. If that's how I think about the people closest to me, I must be rotten down to my very core.
どうすればいいんだろう。俺、自殺なんてできない。自分で自分を殺すなんて、そんな手段、教わったことがない。
その必要はありません。今どこにいるんですか？
南口の公園です。人気がないところに来たつもりだけど、ここもダメでした。周りに家が多すぎて頭が痛い。
わかりました。人気を避けるのは私も賛成です。グローブと戦ったデパート跡に向かってください。あそこなら誰も近寄らないし、何より静かでしょう。こちらもすぐに向かいます。
そうか。あの場所なら誰もいない。
遠野くんなら バリケードの隙間を切って中に入れるでしょ。先に忍び込んで地下で待っていてください。
The call cuts out with a beep. I pocket my phone and stagger to my feet. Ciel's coming. She's coming for me. She can't help, but I still want to see her. My fever is starting to take hold again. Praying that I don't encounter any passerby on my way to the crater, I shamble out of the park. The barricade looms large over the deserted street. The glasses go off and the chain goes down. Unbelievable. I've been keeping my knife in my pocket all this time without even realizing it. Well, I know why. So I could be ready to kill at any time. I swallowed the bitter truth and slipped through the gaps in the barricade. I don't want to think about anything right now. As long as I do as Ciel says, everything will be alright. I make my way down through the broken concrete. The stacked layers of rubble bring to mind a giant staircase, then turn to climb into a one-way street. Even a child can make their way down, but the return is next to impossible. Scaling any of the 2-meter drop-off would be difficult, but climbing them all in succession would be a grueling task, not to mention the danger of the steps collapsing under the strain. A reminder of how poorly suited human beings are to animal exertion. The city's sounds grow fainter with every jump down. The crater isn't much farther from the station than the park, but the noise doesn't seem to reach here. My pants are filthy by the time I reach the bottom. There's nothing down here but the collapsed building, remnants, and the night sky. That said, it's not the barren wasteland I remember. Amidst the hills and valleys are rubble, are the few pillars from the underground chapel that survived the collapse. I force my aching legs onward until I reach the bottom of the basin. I can't walk another step. The moment I reach my destination, I collapse. I catch myself on my hands, ending up on all fours, as though I'm prostrating myself, just as I ought to be. I'm burning up, but the feeling of losing hold of myself has subsided. I expect that what I did to Kohaku satisfied those impulses for a while. Damn, dude, he violated Kohaku. Just like the OG. I know he did. What else did he do to Kohaku? He violated her and choked her. My stomach revolts. Bitterness floods my mouth. I haven't eaten anything today, so a bio is all I have left to throw up. No apology could ever make that right. An apology would only condemn me all the more. I don't think I killed her, but the thought brings me no comfort. How does this make this any better? How many days have passed since that moment? As I sank into despair after killing Arc, Ciel took my hand and pulled me back to the surface. She taught me that there's no such thing as sinners and saints, only people who can and can't atone for their wrongs. But how do I atone for this? How could anyone atone for such a callous crime? Such a brutal violation of another? My world darkens abruptly. A shadow falls over me, cast by the pale moonlight. I hear the crash sound of boots on gravel. Someone is approaching.
懺悔の真似事ですか、遠野くん。
先輩。
She's really here. Warmth rekindles my exhausted body. I look up to the night sky, desperate to see her face. Oh shit! Oh, power Ciel! Dude, she's gonna kill him. It's not her. This isn't the Ciel I know. Her body is wearing a stranger's face. She's dressed in clothes I've never seen before. Her eyes regard me coldly, like I'm something unclean. Her arms are bare, but for heavy-duty gloves. Power fucking Ciel! The most unsettling of all is the shapeless mass of metal in her hands. The same oversized firearm adorned with meter-long guillotine blade that she used against Vlov, her weapon of choice when she means to kill. Unfamiliar knowledge flows into my mind. I might be clueless, but the presence in my head knows exactly what this is. An artificial miracle created by the Holy Church. A conceptual weapon forged 1,000 years ago, when mankind used the maiden to lure one of the last remaining phantasmos into his grasp. Both women and beasts were given to the furnace, and this holy doctrine, fashioned from divine iron thus forged. Myriad manners of death burdening mankind are inscribed within, to be intoned by the natural resonance of divine iron in a ceaseless baptism of the unholy. It is not unique for its recitation of verses alone, but no other text is so vicious in the censure of the immortal. Its name is the Seventh Holy Scripture, a secret relic of the Church long abandoned to disuse, now restored to its true purpose, to glorifying the Lord.
やっぱりあなたがロアだったんですね、遠野くん。
Her eyes are cold, but her voice is colder. Ice runs up my spine. I leap back. At first, I'm not sure why. Then I realize that both my instincts and rational mind are blaring in alarm. Ciel takes another step closer. Her lips press shut, the ominous weapon still in hand. The sight makes me sick with fear. Her weapon frightens me. Just look at it impugns my superiority, leaving me so powerless I could cry. I'm on the cusp of transforming to a higher life form, but against that tangle of metal that will only seal my doom. But her nonchalant movements are more terrifying yet. Her guard is impregnable, invincible. Even my newly enhanced senses can't find the slightest hint of weakness. If I try to run, the moment I turn my back on her, the iron nightmare will pierce my heart, annihilating me before I have the chance to reincarnate. All I wanted was to see her again.
分かっています。ロアの意識が浮上しているんでしょう。なら、もう手遅れです。
She takes another step closer. It's almost like
おかしいよ先輩。それじゃまるで俺を殺そうとしているみたいじゃないか。
She doesn't reply. She simply looks me up and down, as though gauging where to aim to ensure a lethal blow.
先輩。
She's serious. She's really trying to kill me. My nervous system keen as it senses impending death. Electrical screams shoot up my spinal cord. My nervous system tightens like stretched rubber. But even greater than my fear is my disbelief. I can't fathom what would make her say that.
なんで
I don't understand.
先輩は俺のために残ってくれるって言ったのに。
She stops. Then, keeping her gaze fixed on me, she smirks.
あなたの人の良さは国宝級ですね。人を信じるのは結構ですが、もう少し冷静に物事を考えられたのなら逃げおせることもできたのに。大体私がなぜ生徒として学校に紛れ込んでいたのか、その理由を一度も考えなかったんですか？あなたは私が好きで学生の真似事をしていたと本気で思っていたんですか？私の目的はロアを消滅させることです。あなたの学校に潜入したのはロアの転生体がいると狙いをつけたから。その確証を得るために転生体の様子を見ていただけ。
No, stop, please. I don't want her. I don't want to hear what she's about to say. I don't mind she despises me for being Roa, for being scum. That's what I am, even if I shudder to admit it. Ciel's job is to protect humanity by killing vampires. I know that, so it makes sense that she'd do this. If I'm turning into a vampire, it's only natural that she would come to kill me. But what she's on the verge of saying, if she speak the words and make them real, then surely be the end of me.
もう分かっているでしょ。私が誰を標的にし、誰を憎み、誰を追い詰めていたのかを。ロアを殺すには単純に転生体を殺してはいけない。まず完全に覚醒してもらう必要がある。半分しか覚醒していない時に殺しては半分しか殺せませんから。それもこれで決着です。まったくノエルのせいで台無しになるところでした。ここまで周到に追い込んだのですから、完全に起きてもらうまでは泳がせてあげないと。もっともあの時殺したくて仕方がなかったのは私も同じですけどね。
You think Shiki's buff as Rora? I mean, yeah, Ciel's like maybe one of the strongest, what do they call it again? Whatever, Burial Agency, vampire hunters. But Rora got one of the finest clan's assassins, the Nanias. With the eyes of depth perception, he can actually kill Ciel. I think Shiki could take Ciel on, dude. It's just that it's unfair, because Ciel got more combat experience than him. My voice has left me. My parched throat feels like it's twisting itself apart. I was just as eager to kill you. She hated me since long before I went insane, assuring me all the while that Roa was someone else.
嘘だ。先輩は俺をずっと守ってくれた。
そう見えましたか？単に観察していただけですよ。まあ確かに間違いはありました。人格的にあなたはロアとは思えない。転生体は当のアキハの方ではない。アキハ。ノエルもそう意見してきました。ですがそれはありえない。ロアの転生先は遠野家の長男なんですから。しかし確信はあっても確証はなかった私はあなたの調査を続けなくてはならなくなった。
There's no emotion in her voice. I can't say a word. All I can do is let her talk.
調べてみればあなたは7年前に大怪我をして親戚の家に預けられている。遠野家に引き取られた養子が消えたのもこの時期です。この記録にたどり着いた時私は安堵しました。当の指揮はロアではない。いえ違いますね。正確に言えば当の指揮が今ロアでなくても合点がいくと。
Ciel's gaze softened, just a touch. It was the first hint of vulnerability she's shown, but I failed to take advantage of it. I'm so stunned by what she's telling me that I let the moment slip away.
どういうことですか？先輩は俺がロアじゃないって思ってくれたのに。
思いません。くだらない憶測はやめなさい。あなたがロアである結論は変わらないんですから。いいですか？7年前の遠野家で何があったのか知りませんが、あなたは遠野家の長男に殺された。
Damn dude, they spoiled Red Garden! Your death at the hands of Tono's eldest son. Yeah, Shiki killed him.
いえ、命を奪われたんでしょうね。その結果あなたはロアの転生先である人間とつながってしまった。
Shiki.
戸籍を消され存在を抹消された養子はあなたの方だった。
Damn
あなたは
dude!
遠野家という怪物たちの家に引き取られその長男に殺された都合のいいマリオネットに過ぎない。
Damn dude, Nasu! Why are you spoiling Red Garden? What are they gonna do with Red Garden now?
吸血鬼に消費されて捨てられたどこの誰とも知らない子供、それがあなたの正体です。
That's one thing I always kind of got confused about. Why did they adopt Shiki? They killed the Nania clan, but why adopt Shiki? Right. If they despise the Nania, why keep one alive? Ciel continues in the same mechanical tone. Whether or not she's telling the truth doesn't matter. All that's in the past anyway. It has nothing to do with me now. That's not why my brain feels paralyzed. It's because the person in front of me isn't the Ciel I know. So the girl I knew, the girl who showed me such kindness, was really just.
事情は計りかねますが、その後遠野家長男は表舞台にいられなくなり、地下に隠れ住むことになった。その代役としてあなたは長男として生かされることになった。ロアの転生体に命を奪われたものの、一命を取り留めた人間として。これまで彼を通じてロアの記憶が流れ込んでくることもあったでしょう。もともと魂という形にできないものを加工した吸血鬼です。ロアにとってみれば、生命力を共有したことのあるあなたたちは都合のいい二重のよりしろだった。だから長男の肉体が滅んでもロアは次の転生先に行く必要がない。この時代にはまだあなたという避難先があったんですから。
そっと。
Her eyes are piercing. There's enough hatred in them for her worst enemy. Damn, she looks pretty damn cute.
でもそれもこれで終わりです。あの夜は突然のことで準備ができませんでしたが、今夜は違います。ロアはあなたに逃げ込み、今度こそ完全に覚醒した。
Hold up. I just want to make sure my crown
紆
is
余
still
曲
there.
折ありましたが、当初の計画通りやっとあなたを殺せます。
Her cold glare falls into my chest, as though to mark where her stake will pierce. I
そんなの嘘だ。
try to calm my hammering heart as I look up at her.
どうぞ勝手に否定してそこでほうけていてください。その方が私の仕事も楽になります。もっとも
Metal clinked as she hefts her weapon.
あなたがその気になったとしても楽に始末できることに変わりはありませんけどね、ロア。
You can tell she means it. She sees roars when she looks at me, not Shikitono. Maybe she never saw Shikitono in the first place.
なんだよそれじゃあ先輩は初めからロアは俺だって当たりをつけてたのか。先輩が俺を助けてくれたのは、学校で出会うのが楽しいと言っていたのは全部。
I can't finish that sentence. I know how it ends, but I can't put it into words. If I do, everything we shared will lose its meaning.
みっともない。何言葉を濁しているんですか。ええ、信じられないなら私から言ってあげましょうか。すべて作り事ですよ。私があなたを助け学校に残ったのはロアをいぶり出すためです。
Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you behind. I remember her smile when she said that, but it wasn't for my sake that she stayed. She only wanted to continue her search for Aurora. I was asking my own pursuer to remain by my side. So even then, even the night she saved me. What are you gonna do about it, Shiki? Even the anguish that saw her eyes. That's right, Shiki. None of those moments really mattered. You simply imagined that they had meaning. Just as you imagined being in love. And being loved in return. You've been living a daydream painted with lies. So be it. I'm done laughing. If that's who she is, then I have no reason not to fight for my survival.
納得いった。
Oh!
先輩、どうして先輩にはロアが生きているってわかるんだ。どうして遠野家の長男がロアの先生だと確信したんだ。
Are we gonna get Shiki versus Ciel? That's something we never got in the original. I kinda wanna see that.
わかりますよ。だって自分のことなんですから。
I can't even process her words.
自分のこと。
ええ。遠野という血筋を探し当てて、それを次の転生先に選んだのは私です。実際にロアの意識が浮上しないと現れたと分かりませんから、あまり役に立つ記憶ではありませんでしたけど。
先輩、何を言ってるんですか一体。
何って、ちょっとした昔話です。今から13年前、あなたと同じように何も知らなかった子供がいました。彼女がその衝動に汚染されたのは12歳の頃。それまで何も。その子はあなたみたいに特別な力なんてありませんでしたから、本当に何も知らないまま普通に暮らしていたんです。お父さんの手伝いをして、学校に行って早起きするのが苦手で、お父さんの手伝いをするのはいつも夕方からのお店番でしたけど、それでも将来はお父さんのお店を受け継ごうと思ってたんですね。
They're going to tell this story again. Just then, I see a memory of a place I've never been. The story is almost identical to my dream.
でも、その子の夢は叶わなかった。当たり前のようにあった幸せを自分の手で壊してしまったんです。その子はロアの転生体でしたから。少女の体はすごく才能があるってロアは喜んでましたっけ。その子も今のあなたみたいにそれなりに努力はしたんですけど、無駄な努力でした。結局お父さんとお母さんの血を吸って町の人たちを笑いながら殺していって、その子、その時に気が触れてしまったのかもしれませんね。ほら、わかるでしょ遠野くん。あれって止めようがないんです。やめようとかいけないとか、そういう考えさえ浮かばなくなる。おかしいですよね。ちゃんと自分の意識はあるっていうのに。
I know that feeling. I've been there myself.
でも悪夢は割合早く終わりました。白い吸血鬼がやってきてロアの心臓を貫いたから。
I know the rest. The girl died, and Roa transmigrated into Shikitono. That's not the end, though, is it?
けどその子死にきれなかったんです。
Her voice is gentle, but dripping with scorn.
少女の死体は教会に運ばれて、吸血死から人間に戻った死体のサンプルとして保存されました。けどさっきも言った通り、その子の体はすごく特殊な体で、人並み以上の蘇生能力があったんです。その子は6年経ったある日、よせばいいのに死から目覚めてしまった。おかしいですよね。ロアという魂に見捨てられた抜け殻のくせに生き返っちゃうとか。その後は大変でした。教会の人たちは異端者であるその子を何度も何度も殺すんですけど、どうやっても死なないんです。その子は半年間毎日殺されるだけの生活を送ったんですよ。
A body that can't die. A body that always regenerates, no matter what. I heard that before. I can't even imagine the pain. Ciel might be able to heal from anything, but I've seen her grimace every time she gets injured. She had to endure that for 6 whole months. Half a year, without rest, dying and resurrecting over and over and over.
それでですね、教会の人たちもいくらなんでもこれはおかしいって気がついてくれました。対処できない問題、解決できない問題は、
Oh, really?
みんな埋葬機関っていうところに回されるんです。
That's what they treat the burial agency as?
その子は自分がどうなってしまったのか教えられました。まあ、要するにその子は矛盾しているんです。その子はロアとして生まれた人間です。たとえ12歳までの人格が少女のものであっても、魂の名前はロアなんです。その子はその子でありながらロアでもある。だから ロアが生きているのにロアであるその子が死んでいては矛盾している。この世界はわずかなほころびがあれば、世界が世界自身のためにそのほころびを修復します。ですからその子はロアという転生する魂が消えない限り永遠にあり続けてしまう。
What happened if Shiki kills her?
他の誰でもない
With the
この
eyes
世
of
界
depth
が勝手に
perception.
直してしまうんです。
Would she die? Because even Shiki could cut and kill Arc body, not her soul. Well, no. He can damage it, but yeah, Arc just had to get a new body. Excuse me. But for Roa, Shiki can kill Roa's soul. If he can kill Roa's soul, can he kill Ciel? Probably.
司祭様は輪から外れていると言いました。局長は認証エラーだ。
So,
ロアのアドレスを消さない限りお前は一生人間社会にログインすることも
that's kind of a lame
かといって
analogy.
ログアウトも許可されないとも言いましたっけ。その子はロアが生きている限り永遠に止まったまま。年を取ることもできませんから寿命では死ねませんし、
What?
消し済みにしても時間が巻き戻って元に戻ってしまう。そんな怪物本来ならずっと幽閉されたままでしょうけど、その子はロアだった頃の魔術の知識とか受け継いでいたんです。埋葬機関は利用価値があると言ってその子を対向車に推薦してくれました。
Oh, that's why she can use lightning bow.
そうして抜け殻はかつての名前を捨てて吸血鬼を退治するための生き方を選んだんです。私はロアの主であるアルクエイドよりもロアという魂がどこにいるかを知覚することができます。その理由はもう言うまでもないでしょう。
She's right. I already know. I just don't want to admit it.
前に言いましたよね、遠野くん。私が何のためにロアを殺すのか、何が欲しくて吸血鬼を殺すのか。
So I can die a human death. When she first said that, I didn't understand what she meant. But now, can I understand her now, even just a little?
できない。
It leaves a horrid taste in my mouth, but I can't. I can't picture myself ever longing for death. Lamenting the circumstances of my life is one thing, but while I still draw breath, I never wish for it to end. And yet, that's her whole desire. Her only hope of salvation. I haven't seen what she's seen. Never felt the pain of killing someone I love in my own hands. I hope I never will. But she does. Maybe that's enough of a reason to want to end it. To be done with it all.
違う。そんなのは違う。
違わないですよ。私は人並みに死にたいだけなんですから。
Her voice is devoid of any trace of warmth. All I can do is stare blankly at the ground. But now that I know what she wants, now that I know the suffering she endured,
いや、
my plight, Ciel death wish, all of this is all so wrong. Even the worst nightmare leaves some room for hope. But reality is cruel and will not be ignored. All the regrets in the world can't turn back the clock. A pitiless silence. The executor Ciel approaches to take my life. As though to say we have nothing left to discuss, she hoists her weapon in both hands, ready to fire. The seven holy scripture embodies many possible deaths, but its true specialty is the annihilation of the soul. Transmigration has no place in the dogma of the Holy Church. One's soul may rise to heaven or fall to hell, according to their deeds in life, but for it to return to earth is sacrilege of the highest order. Her holy scripture, forged from that doctrine, is anathema to reincarnation. A stake driver, punishment, brings death by execution. The impact of its spikes can shatter the soul itself. Oh, I get it. She has to do it the right way around. So long as Roa remains alive, Quince will always revert to the way she was, even if she were to fall on her own stake. That's her name? Oh, fuck. I don't even know how to pronounce that. She has the ultimate suicide method at her disposal, but it still won't take unless she first destroy her nemesis. Dang power, Ciel! Her muzzle swings to the air, a stake protruding like a bayonet racing towards me, but it seems oddly slow. And interestingly, knowing how strong she is, I expected her to run to me before I even knew what happened. I don't have time to think. What do I do? Why is Ciel looking at me like that? Okay. Alright, let's backdash. I leap backwards. Sensing danger, I decide to retreat. In a single bound, I put several meters between us. You got this! Let's go, Shiki! Get her ass! I'm the only one surprised. Ciel's face is impassive as she pursues me, bayonet at the ready. Get her, Shiki! I break for the edge of the crater, where a slope of debris leads up to ground level. It's terrifying how agile I've become. I speed through the air like a bullet. At this pace, there's no way she can catch me. And then, abruptly, I stop. No signal from my brain. No obstruction. Not even inertia is responsible. My body simply halts in place. What happened? I urge myself forward, but my legs won't listen. Nor can I turn my body. The soles of my feet are rooted to the earth.
No.
Still facing forward, I turn my head around. I see the black keys stuck in the rubble behind me. Its thin blades neatly pin my shadow. Must be keeping me glued to the ground.
No!
I strain to move my legs, but they won't budge a single millimeter. The image of a dog caught in a bear trap comes to mind. Is the struggle in vain? Ah, fuck.
浅はかですね。
Oh, bitch!
逃げるにしても、もう少しうまいやり方があったでしょうに。
This is not how I imagined the Shiki versus Ciel fight. The bow of the church arrives.
先輩。
Man! You got this, Shiki.
体まで吸血鬼化しているあなたを外に出すわけにはいきません。ここでその魂を断罪します。
Shiki, please. Oh, God. The stake driver rears back for the killing blow. I want to provoke her prey, perhaps. The executor slips smoothly out of my field of vision.
さようなら。せめてこれで。
With a whisper almost too quiet to hear, she presses her guns to my vampire heart and pulls the trigger to her censure. The reports ring through my bones like a church bell. He's not dead, right? Blood from my pulverized organs spray out of my mouth. A blast of light cleaves my brain into two. In my last moments, I see the old book within me, its pages scattering as I fade away. As he fade away. He's dead? Damn. That's not how I envisioned the fight. How did he get one-shotted? Damn it, Shiki. What the fuck? Why didn't you use your eyes of depth perception? You never took off the glasses. You invoked the Nanya in you. Oshiete, Ciel Sensei. Why you killed him, Ciel Sensei?
おっと、ヒロインとの殺し合いは初めてか。まあ、落ち着けよ、ボーイ。
I like you, Neko Arc.
悲しいけど、これがシエルなんだ。容赦のないスパイシーモンスターなんだ。
Spicy monster.
主人公におかれましては、あと2、3回くらい。 ちょっとコンビニ行くくらいの気持ちでデッドエンドを迎えていただければ。
そうですね。軽々に敵に背中を見せてはいけま
No,
せん。
I was backdashing. I never turned my back against the opponent.
撤退するなら
Oh, this
せ
is
め
Final
て相
Fantasy
手の体
VII.
勢くらいは
Or
崩し
just
ておき
regular
ましょう。
JRPG.
ガラ空きの背中なんてただの的ですから、スピードで負けているならなおさらです。戦闘経験は相手の方が圧倒的に上なので、ここは奇抜な発想、あるいは決死の選択で立ち向かってください。大丈夫、ここを切り抜ければきっとチャンスはありますよ。
Okay. Attack, Chiki! Oh.
この圧倒的戦力差ですげえこと言ってんなこのインド。生きろメガネ。
You said it's not blood. 7 Ciel. That's our name. I thought it was Power Ciel. 7 makes sense too. Man, what? I knew backdashing was a bad idea. From my low slung stance, I break into a desperate sprint. I can't turn around. My every impulse tells me that if I do, I find my heart skewered before I can blink. I barrel her weapon just to avoid grazing my head. Being so close and so low saves my life. Diving beneath the mouth of her stake driver by a hair breadth, I shift my weight to the side just as my foot hits the ground. Correct course, or crash straight into her. While I briefly consider tackling into the ground, I reject the idea. If she's strong enough to lift all that weight by herself, pulling her into a wrestling match would be suicidal. Instead, I angle myself sideways, just beneath her arm. As I pass by her side, she suddenly becomes a blur. For a moment, she seems to disappear entirely. She plants her foot down hard and wrenches her weapon's immense weight into a horizontal sweep. It beats the air into submission with a brain-rattling boom. The instant later, I find myself launched a dozen meters backwards into a mound of rubble. She lets out a dissatisfied tut as she glares at me. Excuse me. My left arm aches. I can't comprehend what I'm seeing. Her forearm is bent in an impossible angle, its bones pulverized. And from shoulder to waist, the flesh of my outer arm has been stripped away, as if worn down by a gigantophile. How did he get his arm broken? Oh wow, okay. He got his ass beat really quick.
首をかばって腕一つですか。何もしなければ今ので楽にしてあげたのに。
首をかばって。
I don't remember doing that. My body must have moved instinctually to cover itself before my brain could catch up. And this is the result. Have my arm shredded and my forearm crushed into powder. It's chilling to see my own body so brutally damaged. But what's even more terrifying is that I'm ready to fight on regardless, both mentally and physically.
ナイフ抜かないんですか。
Let's go! Shake it! She looks almost bored. I'm no threat to her. Just pray that she can kill at her leisure. The pain from my arm finally makes its way through my nervous system. It feels like my ruptured veins are pumping septic blood straight into my brain. I'm almost white out from the agony. Ciel simply stares at me, cold as ever. I rip off half my arm, and you have nothing to say. Oh, you rip off half my arm, you got nothing to say. Do you have a goddamn clue how much this hurts? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
先輩がその気なら。
Yo, get that ass, Shiki! I grip my knife tightly in my pocket.
こっちだって。ザマさん。
I feel the cool hardness of his handle.
殺されてなんかやるもんか。
Ooh, and with a small shink, I slide out his blade.
バカですかあなたは。
Bro, take off the glasses, Shiki! Oh, fuck, she's fast. In a fraction of a second, Ciel explodes into nothingness. No, that's not right. She bursts into motion, so low slung, practically skimming the rumble, that she vanished from sight until she was right before my eyes, like a lizard slithering across the ground. In the blink of an eye, she closes the 6 meters between us. Even knowing she's there, I still can't process what her body is doing. I reflexively jerk my head backwards, casting my gaze down to her feet as I do. In the heartbeat that takes, her stake rises from below, skewering my throat with arcing precision. Man's throat! Breath bursts from my lungs. Okay, I'm still breathing. What about the pain? Can I feel pain? Alright, there it is. I'm still conscious, more or less. Now, what about the rest of my body? Black blood spray across the rubble. I trace it back to the gaping hole in my left shoulder. Only then do I realize what just happened. Ciel missed my neck and speared my shoulder instead. Pain. Pain so sickening I don't even recognize it as pain. But I'm still alive. Against all odds. I'm in one piece, and I brought myself some distance. The awkward smell of gunpowder rises from my shoulder. She must have put the trigger as a bayonet struck home. The blast would then launch me backwards, opening up some space between us.
2度続くということは偶然ではありませんね。その出血でもショック死しないということは精神だけでなく肉体まで変態済みなのでしょう。
The tip of a weapon dropped to the ground. The stake that pierced my shoulder dissolves into pages and scattered on the wind. That's nonsense. But that nonsense almost killed me. It's so horrific that I could drop to the ground right here and beg for forgiveness. My shoulder's on fire. Searing pain threatens to devour my whole body. It feels like my bones are being roasted to ash. Voices rises in my head, telling me that the torture device she wielded is toxic to the touch. I'm a dead man walking. Immortality won't save me. She's going to kill me no matter what I do. My brain flickers with terror, pain, confusion, anxiety. It is death itself I'm afraid of. Someone else inflicting it? The pain that will accompany it? Or the weapon that will deliver it so terrible that the sight alone makes me want to cry and plead for dispensation? I don't know. All my attention is consumed by the executed cold eyes and the monstrous implements in their hands. She pulled the slide back to the crisp click. She pulls another round and raises her weapon once more. I should be dead twice over. Surviving 2 hits from that thing is a miracle. A third would be too much to hope for. I picture the muzzle level at my face, the squeeze on the trigger, the iron spike blasting through the back of my skull. The thought is not so much terrifying as disgusting. Death is always demeaning, vulgar, grotesque, no matter what form it takes. My life is precious. I don't want to subject it to that. But that the root of my fear? I don't know. I can only deride my lack of an answer. Through all the death I've seen, I never spared a thought for the canker it exudes. I'm concerned myself only with death, never with the process of dying. But there are worse terrors, such as life spent in perpetual fear of death. Never realizing that it's blown to bits would be a mercy of comparison. The pain in my shoulder dragged me back to reality. None of that matters right now. I had to get out of here. If I want to live, I had to focus on finding a way to...
メガネ外さないんですか
Oh, oh, fuck. Alright. She wanna fight, bro. An astonished grunt escapes my lips. Why on earth would she ask me that? If I take off my glasses, I'll be able to see her lying to death. If I do that, there's a chance, however minuscule, that I could kill her.
何を言うんですか、先輩は。
Her eyes burn with anger. That's angry senpai. She's pissed. Anger hot enough to set the very air ablaze.
付き合っていられません。いいですから。もう死んでください。
She drops down low. Here she comes. It's obvious that she means to dash at me again, but she moves so fast I can barely see her. My only option is to run. Fortunately, we're further apart this time. If I sprint as fast as I can take cover to the rebel. With the collapsed masonry blocking our line of sight, I'll be able to find somewhere to hide. There's not much left of the underground cathedral, but some of the surrounding passages are still intact. Time to move, if I can just make it. Dude, you got fucking stabbed! My back. Something is lodged in my back. I slump face first to the ground. So close. Just a little further and I would have made it. I push myself to my feet with one hand. One of the executor needle-like sword has impaled me. I wrench it free. In a fit of rage, I drag it out through my chest. Luckily, the wound has gone numb, so there's no pain to endure. I can get to safety.
逃げてどうするつもりですか、遠野くん。
Before I can move, a voice rings out from behind me.
まだわからないんですか。あなたは今どのくらいの速さで走ったと思っているんです。致命傷を受けてどうして死なないでいるんです。あなたは箱の中のマウスと変わらない。なのにまだ何から逃げ出そうと言うんですか。
I look down at the blades I pulled out myself. The hole in my chest isn't even bleeding. I really have lost my last shred of humanity. My mind goes white. Don't let her trick you. Don't let her trick you. She only ever tried to deceive you. Don't listen to a word she says, or you're as good as dead. Ignore her. Even if she's telling the truth, it doesn't matter. Just shut it all out. It's your only chance.
もうどこにも逃げ場なんてないんです。あなたには戦うか殺されるかの道しかない。けれど戦うことができないのならあとはもう死ぬしかない。
My executioner approaches. Her footsteps deliberately loud.
せめてあがいたらどうですか。私を殺せば一日は生きながらえる。そんなありえない希望を見ながら無様に死ぬのがあなたにはお似合いです。今さら格好つけなくていいですよ。あなたは無邪気に目の前の餌に飛びついて自滅するんですから。ほら、学校ではいつだってそうしていたでしょ。
やめろって言ってるだろ。
Check out the glass, Shiki! I leap into the air. Even my arm mangled, my shoulder punctured, my back impaled. I feel light as a feather. At a speed to match hers, I launch myself 20 meters up the side of the crater and come down, breathing hard, in a ruined building. What? What? He escaped! How? I run. He jumped 20 meters up! Goddamn. No time to think. I just run blindly, trying to get away. Dude, his body's not human anymore. He's a vampire. I don't think he ever got like that in the OG Tsukihime, right? It never got that bad, because he could still live his life as a human. But I don't know about the remake. It doesn't seem like that. Because, dude, he got fucking arm broken, shoulder punctured, back stabbed. Walking like he's fine. But I can't go much further. My lungs cry for air. My arm is hanging on by a thread. Excuse me. My leg catches on something, sending me tumbling to the ground. The hole in my back is fully healed, but my left arm and shoulder are still mangled. Her stake driver must have done something to them. I can think of no solutions, no countermeasures. All I know is that the left side of my body has stopped functioning. I tried to push forward up one-handed, but only end up falling comically on my face. I roll into my back and inch across the ground until I reach the wall. Sitting upright is as much as I can manage before I run out of strength. I lift my chin, exposing my throat, and I gulp down for air.
Tsuki.
Moonlight filters down through a gap in the wall. This must be the price of forcing my body and mind past their limit. In the moonlit haze, everything seems a shell of itself. Ah, now I see. Whether I'm Roro or not hardly matters to in the end. Either way, I'm just an empty husk. Just a nameless nobody who knows where that someone labeled Shikitono. A bolt of pain shoots through my shoulder. Maybe. If I had been as sure as myself as I'm sure of this pain, perhaps things wouldn't have come to this. For as long as I remember, I thought I was Shikitono. But I'm not. Not really. I'm just some unidentified child who took his place. That isn't particularly tragic in and of itself. There's no basis for hatred or regret. The real tragedy is my lack of a single memory from my old life, before the Tono took me in. No, worse than tragedy. It's a farce. After all, it only goes to show that I was never really anyone at all. High in the night, the moon shines alone. How strange. Why didn't I notice it before? Just how beautiful.
けど、笑うのはちょっと難しい。
It might be a farce, but it's a poor comedy. Did my life mean anything at all in the end? Even now, on the verge of disappearing, I don't have the slightest idea who I was. What a sick joke. Everything's a haze now. What a sick joke. A world filled with death. A vision filled with death. A day 7 years ago. Master set me on the path to a normal life. I still think our meeting was worthwhile.
でもさ、先生、俺は生きてちゃいけない人間だったみたいだ。
When it comes down to it, I ought to kill myself now, while I still have the capacity for such thoughts. But I can't. I can't take my own life. Shameful and wrong as it may be, I want to live. If I die, I'll be making liars of us both. So no matter how sinful it is, no matter what it costs me, I want to live. If only Ciel had stayed by my side, I would have been willing to lose everything else. That's the only reason I held out for this long. But now my suffering is finished. It's been 6 years, although now I'm not sure if that's too long or not long enough.
嘘つき。
I'd rather she said nothing than that. Thank you, Tono. I finally fulfilled my duty. All I have left to do is tie up a few loose ends.
つき。
Though perhaps there was a grain of truth at the bottom of it all. She might have misled me, but never once. Thank you, truly, for everything you've done. Shall we shake hands one last time? It's been a while since I felt this happy.
おお。嘘つき。
Never once did she lie to me. Try not to be too mean to Inoue in my absence. I wish I could keep pretending to be a high schooler like the two of you. The Ciel I knew never existed, but her smile at least was real, or so I believe. Still, there's no denying reality. Her whole persona was a fiction, crafted to bring her within killing range of her target. She tricked me. She'd never forgiven me for a second. Her saving me when I had nowhere else to go. Willing away the hours with me at school. It was all just to confirm that I was Rora. I clenched my jaw. My molars grind together at the back of my mouth. I claw at the wall in regret. Yes, she deceived you. She calculated her every action to get close to you. I claw at the wall in sadness. Ah, in spite of it all. How could I? Whether it was real to her, I enjoy our time together. Nothing can take that away from me. Not even 2 weeks have passed since we met, but I never felt so happy to be alive. But in the end, it was all in my head. My eyelids grow heavy. My chest burns, not with hatred or anger, but with regret. The world blurs around me. Up above, the moon shines a dazzling white. A sea of silence amidst the gray rubble. Softly, it wavers in the night air. Nothing is real. It's all an illusion I can never touch. A fleeting mirage forever out of reach. Dry footsteps sound across the seabed. The moonlight casts my executioner shadow across the broken earth. My back is against the wall. I only have seconds before she finds me. At least I got things straight in my head now. So, now that that's settled. My voice doesn't sound like my own. If you don't want to die, kill her. If you think you're in the right, murder her. Do it. Dismember her. Dissect her. Cut her. Tear her. Slash her. Rip her. Stab her. Gut her. Do it. 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 Damn, man. No, strip her. Okay. I made that up in my head. I really don't have much longer. My brain's starting to scramble again. But I still don't want to die. Which means there's only one thing to do. The footsteps are getting louder. The moment of judgment is fast approaching. Aren't you going to take off your glasses? She knew exactly what she was asking when she said that. Oh, fuck. You know I want to take off my glasses, man. We gotta show her, bro. The eyes of deception. You got the Shiki. Nothing matters. Let it all be a bad dream. A mirage. I rise to my feet, clenching my knife. The footsteps grow louder still. A tangible sign of my enemy approach. With every step, a voice rings in my head. Do it. 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 Okay. I mustered all my willpower and shouted down. Do it. Do it. What? So unless you want her to kill us. The voice goes silent. I hear a final crunch and see a shadow looming over me. The executor appears at last.
ようやく戦う気になったんですね。
Damn, dude, she got a big swirly on her tits. I meant her heart. Is this her heart? She face. Yeah, that's her heart, I think. I don't know. Her voice is oddly comforting.
よかった。これでお互いに罪はありません。
You got stab her
互い
right
に
there,
殺し
right?
合うという条件なら、私たちの罪は相殺されます。あとは生き残った者に罰が残るだけです。
Nullifying our sins with our own deaths? I can't imagine a more alien idea.
けど、 残った方の罰は償えるんですか？
ええ。果たすことのできる代償行為を罰と言います。消え去ってくれないものは罪だけです。ですから、そんなもの今さら背負いたくはないでしょ。
You take a step closer.
それじゃあここで先輩を殺すことは罪じゃないのか？
はい。私はあなたを殺します。だからあなたも私を殺していい。条件は同じです。
Another step. Oh, fuck, let's go, Shiki! She's wrong. We aren't the slightest bit equal. I'm trying to kill her to defend myself, because I'll die if I don't. And that isn't true for her. She came here with unrequited murderous intent. So if she kills me...
さよなら。これでくだらなかった芝居に幕を下ろしましょう。
The final step. The tip of bayonet speeds towards my chest. With only a second to act, I lash wildly at the point of death over her right lung. Oh, it's her right lung? What? Why didn't they just put the mark of death at her heart? Right lung. Okay. Did he win? I never thought for a moment that I might kill her. Her stake should have gone right through my heart before she even stepped into range. My freaking nose hurts. So it hardly seems real. When my blade sails past her gunpoint, impede it, and softly finds his mark.
Senpai.
Good shit, Shiki. It's as if she let it happen. Fuck yeah.
あなたに私を殺させてしまった。
Her lips part in a dying whisper.
それが一番大きな私の罪でした。
With a tear-streaked sob, she summons the last of her strength to drive her bayonet into my chest. What? What happened? Alright. He's still good though, right? Blood from my ruptured heart surged up my throat. I fall to the ground, coughing up my own lifeblood. God damn it, Shiki, how you let her stab you? A motionless lump lies in front of me. Ciel body, the light already faded from her eyes. Oh, so he can kill Ciel. He got the eyes of depth perception. You knew, didn't you? You knew all along that either of us was a sinner. It was you. My limp goes steadily numb. My blood ceases to circulate. Half seconds at most. In the moment her stake pierced my heart, I felt a sensation like pages scattering, as though a book deep in my chest has disintegrated at the spine. I don't know what it was, but if I had to guess, I'd say it was Roa being snuffed out. Well, that means you're okay now, right? My mind is blank. From the very beginning, she meant to trade her life for mine. This must have been her idea of punishment. What a joke. There's no meaning in her sacrifice, just emptiness. Yeah, my nose is really itchy, I don't know why. I wish she's been able to apologize. She told me she was sorry. It might have been lightening her burden a little, but she couldn't in the end. She chose not to, because she knew no apologies could make this right. I'm stunned by the strength of her resolve and disgusted by myself for forcing her to go so far. I really did love her, after all. Here I am on my deathbed, and all I can think about is how much better she deserved. I cough weakly, spit up a little blood, and then it's over. Looking up at the moon, as I did in some long-lost memory, I surrender my weariness and sleep. Dang it, they killed each other! What the heck? Why did he dodge it? He had the reflexes. He dodged everything else. Could have dodged that. Alright, Ciel Sensei, teach me what I messed up. What did I do wrong? Let me know, Ciel Sensei. Oh, it's Echo Arc.
ヘモグロビンは足りていますか？
Echo Arc's here.
そういう結末もありかと一息ついた後の口直しコーナー。教えてシエル先生の時間です。解説は私、エコアルクとコーナーに咲く一輪の花、ネコアルクでお送りします。
Oh fuck, there's too many arcs. Hey, Neko Arc is so short.
シエルはどこ行ったのかにゃ？あとユは何？
She's dead.
私と同類、つまりいいところのお嬢さんだっつうのはわかるけど、ほら、こういう同一存在ってお互い認識できないものじゃにゃい？自分とは会話できないみたいなオルタナティブな関係ってあるでしょ？そういう世界のルールみたいなの気軽に破るのはやめた方がいいよ。同感です。ですから私たちはそういうものではないということですね。
What the hell is Neko Arc?
時間もありませんので今回のシーンについて解説をお願いします。
What the hell is that thing? What is Neko Arc?
下手にちゃちゃ入れるとこの世から消滅しそうなエクサとコスモ的な圧力釜かな。でもエコだって名乗ってるしな。まあいいか、私の可能性の一つってことで手を打ちますね。今回のメガネくんのシーンはズバリメガネです。
Okay.
メガネキャラがメガネを外していかんだろうという誠に偶話的な教訓ですな。
What?
なんでメガネを外すと死ぬのかは私にもよくわからん。選択肢がメガネを外すしか選べない方もいるようですが、その場合はこれまでの行動に問題があったんじゃにゃい。やばいのは吸血鬼だけじゃにゃくメガネくんの心の在り方も瀬戸際ってこと。一度石につまずくとあれよあれよと元に戻っちゃうわけで、中立善と中立悪の綱渡りということですね。
Just like Shinpachi. Wait, what?
この先に進めない方は9日目の行動を改めてください。くれぐれもノエルの誘いに乗らないように。
Wait, what? Oh, if you kill somebody, you can't go back? What do you mean?
彼の精神状態が悪くなっていると13日目以降の塔の邸の出来事が変わってしまいます。制御できなくなった衝動がある惨劇を起こしてしまうので。
Man, what's wrong with just, you know, cutting off someone's head off? Is it so bad? Just to have a little fun?
本当かよ。どれどれ。ともむろにフローチャートをカンペする私。本当だよ。解説が具体的すぎて目がツートンになる。
Alright, we won't let Shiki kill people.
なんでそこまで知ってるのか怖いけど、その高い知性、やっぱり私じゃん。
So dumb.
教えてシエル先生でした。塩対応にも程が似合い。
Oh man. Yeah, the character defined by the glasses never take off the glasses. If they take off their glasses, they no longer are the character. That's true. If he take off his glasses, he become Nanya. He's no longer Tono Shiki. He's Nanya. Alright, fine. I won't take off the glasses. She knew what she was asking, but what's my answer?
できる
I lift my trembling fingers to my glasses.
できるわけないだろ。そんな真似。
A self-destructive impulse seizes me. I heard the object in my hand away with all my might. Somewhere in the darkness, hard metal clattered on the stone. Wait, what? He hurled his knife? What the fuck? But the world remains free of lines. It was my knife that I cast away. My glasses remain on my head, where they'll stay until I die. But I can't trust myself to keep holding my knife. I can't shake the sense that a fate worse than death would await me if I did. Bro, what? Finally, she comes. She's still clutching that monstrous weapon, her eyes empty. Her feet come to a stop in front of me. If she could end this now, she wouldn't, and yet she doesn't. We only stare blankly at each other.
一つ聞きますけど、
The tip of her bayonet points towards my chest.
どうしてメガネを外さなかったんです？どうしてただの一度も私と戦おうとしなかったんです？
どうしてって不思議でもなんでもない。
It didn't even cross my mind.
そんなひどいこと先輩にはできないだ
愚
ろ。
かにも程がある。私はあなたを殺すんですよ。私はあなたの先輩なんかじゃない。すべて嘘だったって、あれだけ言ってまだわからないんですか？あなたは。
She almost spits out the words. Her face remained composed, but her body shudders with rage and irritation.
知ってる。先輩はずっと俺を騙してきた。シエル先輩なんていう人は初めから嫌しなかったんだって分かってる。
分かっているならどうして？
いいんだ。先輩が嘘でも関係ない。俺はすごく楽しかった。先輩と過ごした時間は先輩にとってはどうでもいい時間だったかもしれないけど、俺にとっては大切だった。
Yeah. She brought me something I never should have had. Something I lost sight of in the fear of the future, of death. An utterly mundane bit of happiness that I'd given up long ago. And I'm okay with that. The girl I loved might have been a fabrication, but the salvation she brought me was very real.
だからいいんだ。
These 2 weeks have been the best days of my life. If I let hatred sour them now, I really have lost everything. Just because they weren't real to Ciel doesn't make them false. As long as they mean something to me, they'll always be half true. If it isn't a lot to die for, but if my life is the price, then so be it.
そんなことのために命を投げ捨てるんですか？望みは、あなたの望みというのはその程度のものなんですか？
そっか。やっぱり小さいかな。
But it's the second most important thing I can think of. I rack my brain, but I can't think of one thing I want.
私、いろいろな人を見てきましたけど、
Let's take a step closer.
あなたほどバカな人は初めてでした。
She placed the barrel of the gun over my heart. But she doesn't pull the trigger. I wonder what's stopping her. She stares at me with hollow eyes. I've seen the same emotionless gaze several times now. Enough to know it doesn't mean she's heartless. It's just that when push comes to shove, she can't avert her eyes from reality. So her only choice is to suppress her own emotions. She's right. I really am an idiot. Only now am I realizing that it's herself, not me. That this expression is meant to fool.
忘れていました。 最後に懺悔を聞いておかないといけません。私これでも神職ですから。
そうですか。懺悔なんてないけど、一つだけ聞いていいかな。
はい、手短にお願いします。
すぐ済む。どうして先輩はそんなに泣きそうな顔をしてるのかなって思って。
She reacts with surprise. I sense the slightest tremble.
私は泣いてなんていません。
Her face is a vision of cold denial, but I cock my head in confusion. There's no denying the evidence of my eyes.
泣きそうな顔に見える。どうしてかわからないけど。
それはあなたの錯覚です。私は何も感じていませんから。私にある感情は人間として死にたいというものだけです。それ以外の感情なんてない。
My answer makes me desperately sad. How ironic. Now, at the very end, I can see right through her.
ひどいな。最後まで先輩は俺に嘘をつくのか。
No reply. Her body goes still, as though she's frozen over.
あなたこそ嘘をついてる。ここで私に殺されることが望みなんて思ってはいないでしょう。
当然だろ、そんなの。死んだら何もないじゃないか。一応経験があるからそれぐらいは分かってる。本音を言えば生きていたいけど、ただ生きているのはもうダメらしくて。
That's right. I'm all out of options. Even if somehow I get out of the crater alive, there's no hope waiting for me on the outside. All that remains of Shikitono would soon disappear, and the tragedy of 13 years ago will play out again in Soya. But that's not what will hurt the most. It's that I had to live without Ciel. That, more than anything else, I couldn't bear.
今まですごく楽しかったんだ、先輩。有彦と俺と先輩でバカな話をしている時は悪くなかった。ただの休み時間でも先輩が来てくれるだけで夢みたいに楽しかった。
All I want is to have that back, even though I've never seen it come to pass.
俺はずっとあのままの時間が続いてほしかった。
As the word passed my lips, a deep peace comes over me. It might only have been an illusion. It might never have been more than a distant mirage. But what is a mirage if not dearer for being more beautiful than reality? I'm far beyond anybody's help. Still, if I can die for that dream in my heart, perhaps that will be some kind of salvation. Idiotic, she whispers. A gun shifts slightly in her hands. With a metallic creak, it presses hard against my chest. Just a little more. A fingernail breath, and it'll draw blood. She'll take us one step forward, and this will be all over. But she stayed where she is, her unfeeling eyes borne to mine over the barrel of her gun. She bites her lip hard.
そっか。
It must be difficult with me staring back at her. I don't want to see her like this any longer myself. Maybe I can make things a little easier for her. I close my eyes and wait for the cold bite of steel. My heart pounds in my chest. Even my newfound acceptance isn't enough to dispel my sickness and my chills. My throat burns. My finger trembles uncontrollably. Death at her hands is probably the best conclusion I could hope for, but I guess I'm a coward to the end. Ha. 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 I try my best to still my breathing. One easy 10-centimeter thrust, and I'll be nothing more than a lifeless sack of meat. My brain, teetering on the brink of madness. My sharpened senses, my regenerating body. Everything tells me that my humanity is long gone. I should have known this was coming, yet my heart is shuddering in fear. I wonder if there would be anything left of it once this is over. Ha, 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 ha. I keep my eyes closed and try to hold myself still. It's probably hurt when the stakes goes in. Terrified as I am, feeling nothing at all, not even fear, seems somehow even worse. Sweat beads on my forehead. Every fiber of my being is is focused on not making a sound. I'll go quietly and clinging to death. Hopefully that will spare some guilt. I hear a breath. A strained whisper. A spike against my chest wavers. No, not the spike. The waver is in her voice.
私はあなたを殺そうとしているんですよ。騙して、裏切って、こうして残酷に追い詰めているのに、なんでそんな穏やかな顔してるんですか？あなたは。
Ciel takes a step forward, but her bayonet stays put.
答えなさい。私はあなたを殺すんです。あなたの都合なんて関係なく、ただ一方的に殺そうとしているんです。ならせめて私を恨まないとあなたは報われないじゃないですか。
Her very voice gouds me. It's not fair. It's about made peace with my fear, but this might cause me to break down.
それとも本当にバカなんですか、あなたは。私はあなたを汚らわしい吸血鬼として処理するんです。なのにどうして。
Why? I thought we'd been over this already.
だってそれは先輩のせいじゃないだろう。
The tip of a bayonet pierces my skin. A wet warmth blossoms across my chest. Stark bursts in the flesh of my every muscle, in the marrow of my every bone. All the headaches I ever had pale next to this. My wound is shallow, but the corrosive touch of the 7 holy scripture flays my mind alive.
痛いでしょ。本来なら無痛で消してあげられるのに、こうしてわざとあなたを苦しめているんです。今まであなたに付き合わされた分、こうでもして楽しまないと帳尻が合いませんから。
You know, his knife is like all the way down there. He can't grab it and kill you. You know that, right? Her voice cracks as she speaks. The bayonet digs deeper into my flesh. Sweat erupts from every pore in my body. I think my organ might spew out of my mouth.
ほら、私が憎いでしょ。だから早く恨んでください。私に裏切られたって、私なんか信用しなければよかったって言ってください。そうでないと私、あなたを殺すことができないじゃないですか。
I hear the desperation in her shaking voice. This all seems so backwards. Shouldn't she be relieved I'm not holding anything against her? Why is she so intent on being hated? It's like she needs to make herself the villain, as though she thinks that's her punishment. She's like a child on the verge of tears. I can't bear to add to her burdens.
まさか先輩を恨むことなんてできない。
やめてください。なんで最後までそんなことを言うんですか。悪いのは私で、あなたは被害者だって言うのに。
She's just as much as a victim as I am. However this turns out, I don't have long before Road takes control. I have to kill him before that can happen, before I repeat Ciel's mistakes. And if the only way is to die myself, then that's what I'll do.
いいんだ。先輩は悪くないよ。それよりごめん。 に押し付けて。
Just stop, she whispers, as the metal pressure on my chest withdraws a fraction of an inch.
私はロアを見逃すことなんてできない。
Her bayonet sways, but I'm sure it will steady soon.
そんなこと許されないんです、遠くん。
The seventh holy scripture settles over my heart. I hear Ciel draws in a deep breath. Even with my eyes closed, I can feel her finger squeezing the trigger. A metallic click announces my end. But an instant before it comes,
ありがとう。たとえ嘘でも、先輩が先輩でいてくれてよかった。
I lay behind my last and dearest testament. She misses. She never had the guts to kill him anyway. I hear her voice. Is wrecked with sobbing, inconsolable wailing, like you might hear from a child. Damn, didn't she drop it? Metal drops to the floor with a clang. A hole in the wall shows that her stake missed its mark. The voice finally managed to rein itself in. I slowly open my eyes, knowing who it belongs to. The person before me isn't the Ciel of moments ago. She's just an ordinary girl, lost and alone, with tears trickling down her downcast face. Her hands are empty. Her weapon lies abandoned on the ground. Excuse. The round that should have pierced my heart grazed my flank instead. Ciel cries and cries. I shoulder heave a pain sob.
先輩。
I call out to her.
ずるい。遠野くんはずるい。あんなことを言うなんてずるいです。なんで私なんかを。
She struggles to speak through her tears.
できない。私自分だっていつでも殺せるのに、あんなこと言われたらできない。
She covered her face with her hands.
ありがとうなんて、そんな幸せな人を死なせるなんてやだ。
As though she's too ashamed to look at me.
先輩、そんなに泣かれると困る。
Well, I just feel even more helpless. That must have been the wrong thing to say. She lets out a wail and starts sobbing even harder.
もう。
There's no time to be second guessing myself. Seized by the urge to comfort her, I take her arm and pull her close. Damn, he's dead. Yo, this is just like the visual novel. Let me see. Oh, I don't have it anymore. I gotta find it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh man, I'm scared to find it because I might, you know, the PS4 thing. Let's see if I can find it. Did I ever take a picture of that? Let's see. I know I took a picture of it somewhere. There goes Sasuke. There's Alko. There's Akia. There's Arc. Kohaku. Hisue. Where is it? What would it be? That one, that's 8. 9. 10. Damn, dude, I don't remember this part. What the fuck? When did she get so bloodied up? Oh, I never took a picture. Shit. Man. I don't have the picture. Fuck, I'm sad. Well, take my word for it. In the original visual novel, they have this scene. I think they have this scene in the original visual novel. She collapses into my chest and cries into my shirt. Over and over, she repeats these words. Who'd have thought? It was the cold, unfeeling Ciel who was the fake. They, in the original visual novel, they were at the school, if I remember correctly. Now, finally, I met the real one. Has it been an hour since I dialed her number? But it feels like I've been waiting for her forever.
謝らなくていいんだ、先輩。
I wrap my arm around her, simply wanting to hold her. Her voice is like a taut bowstring finally snapping. At last, she collects herself enough to stop crying. A dull thumping pound in my ears. Our two heartbeats seem to merge into one. It's so quiet. But there's no need for words. It's enough to stay like this, listening to the beating of our heart. I had only one other desire. Perhaps the smallest thing I could possibly wish for. I just wanted Ciel to remain the person I loved.
先輩の体、あったかい。
違います。あったかいのは遠野くんの方で、私は嫌になるぐらい冷たい人間です。こんなに優しい人にひどいことをしました。
No, Ciel, I'm not as kind as you think. Even now, all I want is to feel you. I want to forget about the rest of the world and stay here forever, with you all to myself.
いいです。俺はまだ生きているんだから、それでいいんです。もう、こうしていられるなら、それでいいんだ。
Once, long ago, I nearly died. And when I woke up to a world too hideous to bear, a world filled with death, as far as the eye could see, full of fragile things that might break at any moment. But now, I know that fragility is what makes life so miraculous. I can feel it now, in the warmth of Ciel's touch. It's far more than a dead man like me could ever hope for.
先輩、俺、先輩がすごく大切だ。
遠野くん？
Damn man, she fucking ripped his arm out and impaled his shoulders. What else did she do? I don't remember what else. Oh yeah, backstab him 3 times. Oh man, I love her. This girl's more precious to me than my own life. I never want to make her cry again. I want her life to be so full of joy that she'll smile for real.
俺はやっぱり死にたくない。ギリギリまで生きて、
Man, he likes the
こうして
Yandir
先輩と一
types.
緒にいたい。
That's what it is. It's selfish and naive, but I say it anyway. To help us both finally wipe our slates clean.
俺はもう逃げない。自分から死のうなんて考えない。だから、お願いします、先輩。どうか、俺がロアに勝てる手助けをしてください。
大きく出ましたね。ロアを倒すではなく、ロアに勝利するですか。それは今まで誰もできなかったことですよ。
賞賛なしで大口を叩いてるのも承知の上です。でも、そうしないともう先輩といられないんだから。
She's so blue.
どんな無茶でもですか？
はい。俺が死ぬ以外の手段があるなら、今はそれにかけてみたい。ああ、いえ。そもそも選択肢があるかどうかからですけど。
ありますよ。私にもわからないけど、きっとあります。
She steps closer. Her hand squeezed tight around mine.
あなたがロアと戦うというのなら、私も諦めません。大丈夫。 聖堂教会だって無駄に2000年も続いていません。教会中をひっくり返せばきっと他の手段が見つかるはずです。まあ遠野くんが私の言うことを何でも聞いてくれるならという条件はつきますが。
That's one hell of an asterisk to tack on. Well, whatever. I'm just glad she's back to her usual self.
何ですかそれ。そんなに無茶なことばっかりなんですか、教会って。
まあ時と場合によっては。大変な難病ですので、患者さんはお医者さんの判断を信じてくれないと話になりません。
そういうことなら問題ないですね。何があっても
I love you.
先輩が好きですから、俺。
そうですか。奇遇ですが、私も同じですので信頼関係はバッチリですね。
Why can't she say that after she fucking ripped his arm apart? Wow, seeing Ciel blushes, cuteness overlord. I found myself staring intently, in spite of the situation. She's all I can think about. Her face draws closer. I move my arms up around her slender shoulders.
遠野くん。
ごめん先輩。もう我慢の限界だ。
He's gonna kiss her.
はい。
Her lips seem to draw me in. Faint resistance quickly melts into hesitating acceptance. Our kiss is shallow, but long, as though we're assuring ourselves of each other's affection. What?
こんな時なのに男の子なの。
Nasu! Where's the kiss scene? What the hell was that?
本能に忠実だと言ってください。
No kiss,
目の前にこんな可愛い
CG.
人がいたら誰だってこうします。
The hell? Ciel turns a deeper shade of red. An urge to pull her even closer seizes me. But this time, I managed to hold it back. At this rate, we'll still be here come dawn.
とにかく先輩が手助けしてくれるなら100
Maybe
人
there's
力です。
another kiss scene. That's why he didn't drew with this one.
まずは教会に行けばいいんですね。
ええ、本国は無理でもこの国にはいくつかの支部がありますから。でもその前にもっと大きな問題がありました。ロアなんかよりもっと大きな問題が。
ロアより大きな問題ですか。
いいえ、何でもありません。今はここから出ましょう。私のアパートなら少しは遠野くんを楽にしてあげられると思います。